Williams. I'm the rector here at Notre Dame Seminary. And on behalf of the seminary community, it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight for our 4th Annual Theological Forum. I welcome you to the Archbishop Schulte Auditorium here on the campus of Notre Dame Seminary. It is indeed a pleasure for me to welcome you here tonight for our forum. The forum began a few years ago in a desire of our seminary community to reach out to the broader community, to reach out and to foster theological inquiry, to foster faith development, and to foster a greater interest in the work of theology and certainly the work that we do here at the seminary. And so it's my pleasure to welcome you here tonight. I'd like to introduce Archbishop Hughes, who will welcome and introduce our speaker tonight. Archbishop.
What a special privilege it is to welcome all of you and to introduce Christoph Cardinal Schonborn. Our attempts to bring Cardinal Schonborn here to New Orleans date all the way back to the last millennium. Twice he agreed to come, and twice he had to cancel. He claimed it was because of the Pope. There's nothing we could do about that excuse. On May 2001, Notre Dame Seminary granted to Cardinal Schonborn in absentia an honorary degree. Our hope had been that he would be able to be with us for that very special moment. It's now 2 years ago we were finally able to establish this date tonight. And what a joy it is to have Cardinal Schonborn in this archdiocese and with us tonight. Cardinal Schonborn is one of the most remarkable bishop theologians in the entire world. Born in Skalsko in the Czech Republic, it was Bohemia. He studied at Le Chauchoir, studied his theology, then studied philosophy and psychology on a graduate level at the University of Vienna, Slavic and Byzantine Christianity at the Sorbonne, and then back to theology at the Institut Catholique in Paris. He was ordained a Dominican priest in 1970. He became, after continuing graduate study, chaplain at the University of Graz, then taught dogmatic and Eastern Christian theology at the University of Fribourg in Switzerland. While teaching there, he became a member of the Theological Commission of the Swiss Bishops' Conference, a member of the Swiss Commission for Dialogue between Roman Catholics and the Orthodox, and also the dialogue between Roman Catholics and other Christians, not Orthodox. He became a member of the International Commission of Theologians, the Pontifical Commission, in 1980. And then he was asked to serve as the secretary for the editorial commission for the drafting of the Catechism of the Catholic Church. It was in that role that he became known to so many people throughout the world. It was his role to take the direction of the editorial commission, the results of the 2 consultations of the bishops throughout the world in drafting and finalizing what we now know as the Catechism of the Catholic Church, an extraordinary document that offers in a synthetic and comprehensive way the basic teaching of the Catholic Church. Cardinal Schonborn was appointed Bishop of Sutri and Auxiliary Bishop of Vienna in 1991. And in 1995 became Archbishop of Vienna. He has served as President of the Austrian Bishops' Episcopal Conference since 1998 and was created a cardinal in the same year. Tonight, he comes to address us on the topic Church, living from the Eucharist. I invite you to join me in welcoming Cardinal Schonborn.
My dear brother bishops, dear brothers and sisters, it sounds like an obituary. What you have said. We never know. It's for me a great pleasure, joy, also an honor to be, so to say, at home, as I have received an honorary degree of Notre Dame Seminary. I am here at home, even if I am the first time at home. Addressing to such a great audience, consisting of bishops and clergy, sisters, especially Dominican sisters, and others, and all of you seminarians, lay people, addressing the question, the topic of Eucharist, is at once difficult and very easy, because you all know what Eucharist means. You live it. It's your daily, it's your weekly, it's your deep Christian life. So I certainly cannot tell you anything new this evening. Therefore, I'm not afraid if you should fall asleep during my talk. What can I tell you about the Eucharist that would be new for you? I hope I cannot tell you something new. What can we do together? I think we can share the joy of the deepest mystery of our faith. And that's what I intend to do, especially helped by a little book you have heard about already. It seems to be well known in this country. Catechism of the Catholic Church, which is really a gift of God to the Church. I do not say that because I have worked on it, because it is a unique opportunity to deepen faith, to know faith, to promote faith, and I think we all can be grateful to the Holy Father that he commissioned this work to be produced and to serve the faith in the Church. So, nothing new, but deepening our faith in the mystery of Eucharist. Let me start with a personal souvenir. At the age of 16, our parish priest in my Austrian home parish, a village in the Alps, Schruns, if you know by chance, it's a place where you can ski, and promoting for skiing in the Alps. The parish priest invited me at the age of 16 to come to a pilgrimage of our parish, and that pilgrimage led us to Assisi, to Rome, to Loreto, and to San Giovanni Rotondo, Padre Pio. That was in 1961. He was still alive. At 16, you are not very enthusiastic about all these pious South Italian women crying around Padre Pio. Nevertheless, I must say, I never have seen before and afterwards a Holy Mass celebrated like this. It remains unforgettable. It was the reality, a rare moment where I did not only touch through faith the mystery of the Eucharist, but I had the impression to touch, to see the reality of what we celebrate in the Eucharist. Eucharist, the living bread, the mystery of our faith. It is certainly a great challenge to believe that this little bit of bread should have become the true body of our Lord, and that little bit of wine is blood. And nevertheless we believe it. Sometimes it may be difficult to believe it, but we nevertheless believe it. And as John Henry Newman said, 1,000 difficulties do not make a doubt. Difficult it is, but we have no doubt about it. God has given us signs that this mystery is true. I just remember those saints who have for many years lived exclusively from receiving the Eucharist, as St. Catherine of Siena, St. Nicholas of Flüe in Switzerland, or in more recent time, this simple farmer's daughter that lived for almost 50 years exclusively from the Eucharist, Marthe Robin in France. She died in 1981. Beside these great signs, there are many little signs. Signs of daily life. I remember when I was a young student of theology, I see plenty of my colleagues from that time, and it was the time where everything was put into question.